Oh yeah, good idea. All right. So also what we can do, you know, you would think I would know how to just make things off the top of my head, but I almost always have to, even something as simple as a cherry. I'm like, you know what? Let's grab some reference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my custom menu. So I have a custom menu here under Alt E, and I hit M, or you can just scroll up here. So for instance, if I want to drag out any shape, I can just drag out a shape here, and that'll just drag out, and it'll inherit my dynamic properties that are on there. If I want to change this on the fly, I can hit W and then just scroll through, and then I'll go ahead and just cycle through these. So I'm going to grab a sphere 12 right here, and now I'm just going to do a split unmask points, and then I can alt tab this one here. I'm going to hit Shift D, and now we're just going to kind of model a cherry in here. So what we can do is, you know what? I could try and box model a cherry, but that's dumb. So what I'm going to do is, let's go here. Let's just Dynamesh this thing, and I'm going to go ahead and go into my deformation menu. Let's do a quick polish by feature. Polish that down. You know what? Polish by feature, open circle. That'll really polish that out. Now I'm going to go into dynamic mode, preferences, edit, turn off line cursor to surface. I was going to punch in, let's go ahead and hit L to take off lazy mouse here. I'm going to punch in a little divot on the top, and some of these look like they kind of also do this number. So let's turn lazy mouse back on, and we'll crank that up. All this stuff, by the way, is under your stroke menu. So lazy mouse is L, toggling that on and off, and then lazy radius is just cranking that up. So we'll go ahead and smooth this out here. And now we can go in here with our pinch brush. So BP, and now we can go in here with our clay brush. We can kind of just build up around the edges here. And if you want to, you can crank up that resolution in your Dynamesh just a bit. They're working kind of low here. And then we'll go in here with smooth. I'm going to grab smooth stronger, which for you guys will be under your comma key. You can go to the smooth, go to your brush tab. And that's also use inflate. So instead of clay brush, I'm going to use inflate. That's just a little bit of a softer fall off here. So we're making just kind of a cherry shape here. Okay, so now we need to, let's go ahead and do a nice clean sweep out of here. So I'm going to go to, again, my custom menu here. We'll grab a cylinder 12, and we'll just drop in a cylinder. And we'll go ahead, let's go hit Y, go back to our gizmo mode. We'll go ahead and shrink that down. We'll hit Control Drag to drag out a copy, and we'll give this a nice graceful arc out here. Now, of course, if you're going to put a cherry on a, what are you making, ice cream? You're probably going to use a candy cherry, which isn't going to have a stem, but since we're talking about cherries and modeling, let's go ahead and just grab this. So we're going to grab these two cylinders I made, and we're going to go ahead and split hidden, which is under your subtool split menu. And now we can go through here. We can go again, delete, let's do flat island, and then delete flat island, and now we'll just go ahead and bridge two holes, and we'll just keep spline. I think spline will work. Tap one edge, tap the other. Now you just give that a little, slight little arc, or in fact, we can just give it just one division here. And then if we need to add more divisions, we can go through here and insert multiple edge loops, or we can just Z-remesh this thing. So let's go ahead and do a group by normals, and then we'll do Z-remesh, same, adapt the size down to 0, and let's do double. Nope, we don't have that option. So we'll go here to geometry, Z-remesh, double, that size down to 0. Let's go ahead and hit Control D. Let's see, crease PG, it's under your crease menu, Control D, and we'll go ahead and delete lower, and now we'll do same, Z-remesher. There we go, that's what I'm looking for, is just a nice even distribution of those. And then if you want to change this, you can go in here to your deformation inflate brush. You can kind of inflate those down, and then if you want to, you can go through here with your inflate brush. So you can deflate, and then you can go through here with your inflate, and you can kind of just change that. And then if this is getting a little bit wonky, actually it's not, because the end of the cherry stem is going to look kind of like this, kind of bulbous out. And now you can go through here and subdivide this thing and sculpt it up however you want. I'll hit D. And now I've got this. Of course, if we have a candy cherry, we don't need that stem. So I can go ahead and hide this just by clicking the nameplate, turns the eyeball off, and now we've got the cherry. Now this cherry is not very smooth. Now we can continue subdividing this, but what I'm going to do is just do another, we'll do half Z-remesher, turn off keep groups, adapt to size, crank it up just a little bit. There we go. And then we'll, let's do half again. And now when I hit D, we'll get a nice smooth result. That'll be our cherry. And we probably want to move that around just a little bit more. We really just shoved it right in there. What you would want to do also is go into, you would probably want to put the cherry in first, sculpt the ice cream around it, and then do the polygroups so that the sprinkles kind of deform with the ice cream there, so up to you. But if we want to put the cherry back in, just so we can kind of show that that's a cherry, even though it's not probably what you would want to do in real life, we can just put that right back in there. And then we can Alt-tap the bottom of this stem. So we Alt-tap to select the subtool, then we can Alt-tap the bottom to reset our pivot. And now we can go ahead and just move this thing around here. Ta-da!